Hello, welcome back to my channel. Now, everybody is still talking about weight loss shots right now. Wegovy, Ozempic, all the other injections are everywhere. And I did a whole video on other weight loss options that you can also ask your provider about. Many of them are oral or pill form. But now, what if you could get the full benefits of a GLP-1, but do so in a pill? And yes, I did have a video where I touched on Wegovy as an oral option, but now we've got some competition in this space. We are talking about some meaningful weight loss data, and I'll pop some examples of that on the screen and things that could really be a game changer for those people who just do not want to take a shot. So today we are going to break down the brand Foundayo versus Wegovy, which are both now oral GLP-1s. We're going to talk about what it is, how it works, how much weight people are actually losing, and the most important thing, who this might actually be beneficial for. If you are new to my channel, my name is Dr. Wallace-Gay. I am a board-certified primary care pharmacist as well as an educator, and I break down medications in a way that will actually make sense for you, hopefully. If you have seen any of my previous videos on GLP-1s, the oral GLP-1 medication, then this will be a bit of an update because, again, things are just evolving so quickly in this space, and it's up to us to keep up with that. So let's start very simply. Both Fondayo and Wegovy fall into the class of medications that target that GLP-1 receptor. Now, what does this mean in plain language? These medicines are very similar to the hormone that we already have in our body, which is GLP-1. And so what that means for us is that if we are giving this to our body, kind of like a supplement, a little bit different, then the benefits that we see are decreased appetite, slowing down how quickly your stomach empties the food from it. It also helps to regulate your blood sugar by telling your pancreas to release insulin. And ultimately, it will help you feel fuller sooner as well as longer. Now, when you add all of those things together, all of those benefits, that's what ultimately leads to weight loss. Now, Wegovy is something that we have now had for a while, injection format as a once weekly injection. A lot of good data with that. But we also have Wegovy as an oral agent now, fairly new, but it's still what we call a peptide, or it's in its purest hormone form. And so it's broken down very easily by the body. If you don't take it in its very specific way, with about 4 ounces of water in the morning on an empty stomach, it may not absorb completely and you may not get the full benefits of it. That's where Fondayo comes in. It's newer. And the big difference here is that not only is it a pill, but it acts a little bit differently in the body than the Wegovy pill. Oral GLP-1 medication with Wegovy, again, it came with those challenges. The absorption issues is really the main one. So Foundayo is designed a little bit differently. It is what we call a non-peptide GLP-1. What does that mean for you? It means that it is built to survive this digestive process a little bit better than the oral Wegovy and actually to be absorbed more effectively. Now, again, I'm not promoting one over the other, to be clear. I'm just telling you the differences between the two. So peptide medication broken down a lot easier by stomach acid and things like that. So you have to take it the way that you're supposed to take it consistently. 4 ounces of water in the morning, empty stomach, those types of things, no food. Foundayo, because it is built to survive that digestive process, it's absorbed more effectively, even if you take it with food or whatever else. And so that's going to be a big deal because a lot of people have a difficult time with especially if you're on other medications, like taking something in the morning on an empty stomach with a little bit of water. And so having Fondayo opens up the door to a whole new category of treatment options when it comes to GLP-1s for weight loss. So let's talk about the data, specifically the numbers. There's a trial called the ATTAIN trial for Foundayo. And patients in this trial lost about 10 to 15% of their body weight, depending on which dose they were. Now, if we compare that to oral semaglutide, which is oral Wegovy, we're typically seeing about 5 to 10% weight loss with that. And then if you look at Wegovy in the injection format, that's where we see around that 15% or more weight loss in a lot of patients. So how do we interpret this? What does this mean? It means that Fonda appears to be a little bit stronger than the Wegovy oral option, and it's about as effective as the Wegovy injection product. So if you're someone who's on Wegovy as an injection and you're like, I don't like this, I want to take a pill, Foundayo should give you similar results. Should. Now, based on current data, it may not fully outperform the more potent injections like Zepbound or tirzepatide, but again, we are seeing some really good data with it. In real life, these outcomes are going to depend on your individual lifestyle, your adherence patterns, how well you're able to adjust the dose and tolerate that, and then just basic individual responses, our individual genes and things like that come into play. Now, let's talk about the side effects, because I know if you've heard anything about GLP-1 medications, you probably already heard that people struggle with like the GI side effects with these medications. And so, yes, Foundayo is going to be similar. The common side effects are still going to be the nausea, vomiting, diarrhea in some people. Other people are having constipation because, again, it's working on that same pathway, that GLP-1 pathway. It's just that this one is being absorbed a little bit better. And so just because it does not mean that it is free from those same, nausea effects that the injection might give you. And now, here's the piece of this that I think really, really, really matters the most. As I kind of alluded to earlier, not everybody wants to take an injection. Like, even though it's convenient to just have to do it once a week, or for some people that might be difficult to remember even, not everybody has access to get this medication or the desire to just take an injection once a week. And so that barrier alone oftentimes prevent people from even starting the treatment or even considering it as an option. So having this pill could really improve access. It could improve adherence. It could expand who can realistically use these medications and gain the most benefit from them. And from a public health standpoint, that is really huge. Appropriate medications in the hands of people who need them to jumpstart their weight loss journey, to help correct or assist with hormonal adjustments that need to be made, all kinds of things that can be leading to people hanging on to weight. We want to be able to address that medically if we can. So, but we're not fully there yet. We're on our way, but we're not fully there yet. So at the end of the day, I want you guys to take away from this that Wegovy weekly injection, strong established data, Wegovy pill format, good data, and then format newer, very promising, maybe even similar to some of the injections. But you have to ask yourself which one is going to be better for you, which one is going to fit your lifestyle, your access, your ability to stay consistent. And because everyone is different, the best medication for you is going to be the one that you can actually take. Now, if you want more breakdowns like this, all of the weight loss medications, I've done a video on that. Please check my channel. If you want to think about how to choose which one works best, what to watch out for, what are the differences between those, go ahead and comment below and I will send you the link to that video. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.